Huh. Are you not getting it? No, remember snapping doesn't work because it peaks out the Discord. Alrighty. We are live.
Check. I love how the thing says posting tweet at the end, but it actually posts it first. It's like incorrect series of events.
Yeah, that's weird. You fucking up.
Yeah, we gotta get this shit back. But yeah, it's weird because now I have to go delete a bunch of fucking tweets. And I gotta pull up YouTube now. YouTube, Twitch. Yeah, what is this?
To reflect more white on my face. I guess not.
I didn't know you needed that.
I don't need it. I'm always like backlit, and I had this pile of crap next to me anyway. So,
all right. Well, welcome to That Game Pod.
Hey,
here we go.
Just trying to get my lighting right.
Yeah, there we go. Yep. So we
for
got that.
The 2 people that watch.
Yeah, you got to get them pumped, man. People get the people going.
Yeah.
We bring that same intensity. If we have 1,000 people or one person, I would assume we've never really felt the 1,000-person one, but I feel like we'd still bring that intensity.
Yeah.
Got a hell of an episode for you today. Hell of an episode. Why? Because the Flyers play tonight outside of Lake Tahoe, so we're getting pumped about that. But if you're listening to this on Monday, it already happened. You know if I'm very upset or very happy. You can just follow those tweets for that. Speaking of which, make sure you follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all that shit at Glad You Game Pod. Please subscribe to the Twitch and YouTube. Like and subscribe. The more you subscribe is so we can get the / Glad You Game Pod for your YouTube as well. Yeah. Also, when we have any updates or go live or anything, you get notifications that we're doing it live because we do this generally on Sundays. And I put the schedule up on Twitch. It's generally about 11 a.m. Sometimes it shifts to 1:31 p.m.
Football season is over. You need to fill your Sundays up with something else. So here we are. Coming to you live.
We save your football. I mean, it's just every Sunday is gonna be even more electric with this sweet live podcasting situation. So yeah, just please subscribe to that because then you'll get the notifications, all that good shit. And it'll let us just get the more subscribers we get, we can get like additional features to put on the channel. And gives us a reason to keep doing this. Not that we don't want to stop, but yeah, we need to keep growing. And we have been actually. So which is great. And this has been a pretty good month so far. We're on a record track. Knock on wood. Don't want to jinx it. So we'll just leave it at that. But
oh, look, you got yourself a new little stand for all the people watching at home.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yeah.
So that we're not piling books up like I am.
Yeah. Some people pile the books up. Some people don't. But I had to get the new stand.
Viewers.
Show that content's good. But, yeah. But it basically, if half of our normal viewership downloads this episode, it'll already be our highest downloaded month. And it'll be the 3rd episode. And we do 4 a month. So,
all right.
Be pretty good. We'll take shabby. Yeah. So again, follow the socials at Glad You Game Pod on just enter social there. The only one it's not is we don't have a TikTok. And
we should
I am on Clubhouse, and I am making a room for Glad You Game on Clubhouse to kind of do like game discussions.
Not on Parlor.
Yeah, no, we're not, and we won't be on Parlor. I'll actually go out of the way on that one. We're not going to be on Parlor, so. If there is a Glad You Game Pod on Parlor, I don't know who the fuck that is, but I can sue them because I own the trademark now. So boom, baby. So let me know. But yeah, I mean, if you want to be on Parlor, that's your prerogative, just not ours. So anyways, moving from that transition, Glad You Game Pod. So we got a lot to talk about this week, but I do want to pop in one thing because I'm excited. It finally happened. And it was a pain in the ass to get, but I am in silver on Valorant. Finally got the silver ring.
Hell yeah.
It was a bitch to get to. I got 1 game away from silver 2. And Valorant's all about your team play. It's not just about your good play. So you have to have a good team. So if you have a group of friends you play with a lot, it makes it a lot easier to go up. But like I'll play at random times, so no one's like free. So it's like I just kind of get grouped in competitive matches that can be, with anybody. And if they don't have mics on or whatever, they don't want to play as a team, or they're just being like toxic assholes or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
you will just fall down. I lost 10
or just
games
someone that's
in
more
a row.
casual. Like,
yeah. Well, no, they want to be in my competitive matches because silver, you only can rank with people around that ranking.
Yeah, but like after a certain time, can't you achieve anything? Or
no?
They
have to be within 3 ranks.
So it's not like an experience thing. It's like an actual like.
It's a competitive ranking. So you have to have that same rank or be within 3 to do it. You can't like someone who just is like doing unranked games can't like go get in mine.
Yeah,
but. If everybody's not doing that, or some people try to smurf or drop because they don't want to be ranked that high, they want to lose the game, which was like 3 of the games. 2 of the teammates just quit immediately, and it doesn't let you reset the match. You just have to play 3v5, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
So long story short, I was 1 game away from silver 2. Then because of all those things, over the course of like 4 days, I lost 10 matches in a row. Got MVP 4 of the 10 matches. It doesn't matter because your personal stats don't help your experience or the rank.
Yeah.
It doesn't help the rank, which is a bullshit thing. It should, like, if you're the best on your team, you shouldn't lose any points. Maybe you don't gain points because you didn't win, but you shouldn't lose competitive ranking because it's like, well, you obviously tried, but whatever. We can't hurt you for your team sucking. Like that's just not fair. So, but
sounds like you need more friends.
Yeah, well, or just play at the random times of day I play. So, anyway, I dropped down. I'm now like bronze 2. So I was 1 game away from silver 2, and I fell all the way to bronze 2, and I'm like, motherfucker. So,
ouch.
But the season ends in like 5 days, so then all the ranks reset anyways. So
then interesting. Back. Okay.
Yeah, every new season it sets, and then you have to do 5 games to get ranked again. So it's like you can kind of reset. And I did get a good amount of wins on silver, so it's like it has that in my record. I just wanted to end the season with it, and I'm like, I'm not going to play enough to get back to silver.
Yeah, because
I would basically need, and I did play with Max and like Taz is like a group we play with, Max being Rubber Ducky
369,
yeah, and Sage's little brother. So we play with him, and he has never been to silver and keeps every time we get the game that he's about to go to silver, we have lost consistently. We win like 4 in a row, and we both got up, and then he's like, this is the first time I'm gonna be silver, and I was like, why did you say that? Why did you? It's like 10 for 10 we're going to lose that game. Like I'm like, just stop, just don't tell anybody you're about to go to silver. Just be like, oh, I'm gonna lose bronze, and like make us think it's going the other way, and then it's like, all right. So now Max has a thing where he can only play like 1 or 2 games. Because he plays more, he would get progressively worse. And so instead of warming up, he's kind of starts hot and then he cools down throughout the process.
I think that's kind of how I am with a lot of stuff as well.
See, I'm definitely a warm up one. Like you can get hot like the first game, but like consistency, a couple games I'll warm up, and then it's like I'm hot for good ones, but then it's like there's the 1 game, it's like maybe 5 matches, and like 4 or 5 games is like 4 hours. It's like 35 to 45 minutes a game.
I think that's what it is I get bored and then I just start doing crazy shit.
Or you just get tired because like Max will be like, you want to play Valorant, and it's 9:50 at night.
Yeah.
So you play 4 games, you're now talking like 1 in the morning. So I think that has a huge part of it. And some of it, and I distinctly remember we lost the 1 last match, and it was before the match started. We're like in the buy mode. It's 0-0. It's like the very beginning. And I was like, fuck. And Max and Taz are like, what? And I was like, I feel tired and we can't leave the match. And obviously I'll be awake, but like, I know when I feel this way, it doesn't go good. And this was one of the I'm 1 away from silver games too. And it fucking did not go good. And it's like I went like 4-20. It's like you just have like, and then at that point you're like, got to be done for the night. Like I'm done. It's been fun, but you got to get out, because the problem is it's like going to Vegas and gambling, and it's like this one I'm gonna hit. It's like I lost like a couple hands in a row, but now I'm gonna feel it. It's like that's how you lose all your money. You gotta sometimes be like, hey, today's not my day. Gotta accept the loss, and I'm just out. I mean, you just got to do it sometimes, and that's definitely what happened there. So that sucked. But so we're trying to get back there, but it's most likely just going to wait till next season.
There you go.
It's
actually funny because I played games with Max this week as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know he was over for pizzas or something, right?
Bye. or shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie.
Some type of pie.
Yeah.
You're a big pie guy.
Made 2 of them, ate them all up.
Made them all up or ate them all up?
Ate them all up.
Okay. I thought it was like you're like they were fake.
Yeah, when
it was fake news pie.
When the boys are all together, some things get eaten. Okay. Just 2 shepherd's pies.
Yep. Love that.
Anyway, we played a lot of I Expect You to Die.
Oh, I love that game. You do too.
Neither of them have played before, Wyatt or Max.
Okay.
And it was very interesting to see how each of our like personalities end up playing a game like that.
You finished that like in every mode, right?
Yeah. Where Max can like take care of stuff and do things quickly.
Okay.
But he's just not super aware of all the little things. Like in the squeaky clean one, it took him
that's the one I did, right? Where I ate the sandwich and you didn't know you could eat a sandwich. And
it took him a good like 2 or 3 minutes to figure out that he was behind a window.
Wait, you mean like he didn't realize he was the window cleaner? Like where the whole thing
he like kept trying to reach inside and things were like glitching out and getting stuck.
Oh, he didn't know there was a window in front of him?
Yeah. And he had like the cleaning solution and he was cleaning the window for like a good 10 seconds before he's like, oh, this is a window.
What did he think he was cleaning?
I don't know.
Air?
I guess. Yeah.
What the fuck?
But he also doesn't do like VR much either. So
yeah, but I mean, I don't know if that's stop trying to make that. That was bad.
Yeah, I just know he's going to listen.
Yeah, he's definitely going to. Well, I boasted him up. Well, actually, I guess we kind of shit on him that he can't get the silver, too.
Yeah.
This has kind of been jumping on Max a little bit.
Where Wyatt goes like full engineer, where he's just touching and manipulating everything, but not paying attention to like clues that it's like written on a note, like, hey, I left this explosive for you. And he just like takes the grenade out, looks at it, blows up. And
so he's not like reading anything in the environment.
No,
he's just kind of like just assessing it himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Max was slower. Wyatt died a lot.
But so Max never died then, or just ran out of time?
He died from being slow.
Okay. That one window one, isn't there a guy that snipes you?
Yeah.
Like or whatever. Did they get sniped? Did he find that guy, or did they never?
He didn't shoot him, but he cleaned the window and.
So pretended to clean the window. That's right. You pretend to clean the window and you don't get shot.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Or you can just shoot them and then you don't have to clean the window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's like
all these additional
run
rules.
Shit.
Yeah. Because like you do that, and that's why I was asking which one. So which ones did they do? They did squeaky clean. Did they do all of them? You guys did all of them?
No. So we did the first one, which was Friendly Skies. Max did that. Then Max did squeaky clean. Wyatt was like making this dessert called a Dutch baby the whole time.
Wait, in the game, or that's a real dessert?
A real dessert. So that's why Max played baby? 2, and Wyatt just played the submarine one.
Okay,
whichever one that's called.
The Dutch baby as well.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the only.
Wait, side note. What is the Dutch baby? What is in that? Now I just need to know.
It's like a custard-y thing with like a crust, and then you put some kind of toppings on top of it. His was walnuts and pears. It was really good. Apparently you're supposed to make it in like a cast iron though, so he was like very upset that I didn't have cast iron. Also said that he was gonna like bring ingredients, but then sat there asking for like a ton of other ingredients. I'm like, you're making stone soup?
Didn't bring.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good night. We played a lot. What else did we play? Oh, an Untitled Goose Game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you love that game. Isn't there? I think there's a sequel coming out to that, right?
Oh God, is there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's an Untitled Goose Game too.
Oh yeah, getting goosey.
Yeah, I'm trying to. We're like doing this, and I'm also trying to put my bet in for the Flyers. I'm like, fuck, I didn't bet, and the line's gonna move up. We gotta get after that.
Yeah, who are you betting to win?
Obviously, I'm gonna bet on the Flyers. I don't think they're going to, but they're gonna be.
Sounds like a bad bet.
Well, the payout's a lot higher because they're like the underdogs. They are really good. I mean, we're the first and second respectively. But the thing is,
so if they win, you're going to be happy, even happier than you were. But if they lose,
I won't really care. I'm not betting that much.
You're going to be real fucking sad.
No, not really. Because again, we're 5 of the top 9 players are not playing for our team today. Right. So, which is another reason why it's like kind of like
stacked against us.
Right. So that if we do win, it's like, dude, that's fucking sick. Now, I also know we've played the Bruins 4 times this year and we've lost all 4 times. So, and that was with the whole team. So I'm not, so it's like, but it's just more of like, if they do win, it's like, you just win so much money. It's like, all right, I'm going to hope they do it. But also I just want to have more love for the Lake Tahoe game, which looks incredible.
Yeah.
But don't worry, guys, in case you were curious, I did the bets in now. So we're in.
We are good.
No, it's $25. I didn't like bet like $1,000. I'm not like they're doing it. It's like I'll bet like 20, 25 bucks. Basically, it's like ordering a night in, ordering a pizza and like a thing of beer. And I'm just like, I will not have that a night, like to save myself. But potentially, if I win, I can have multiple nights like that.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a nice overturn of that. So I mean, if I win, I get like $75. So it's kind of like, yeah, right. So it's like no big deal. That's a game, baby. You know what game that is? Probably Little Nightmares 2 that came out on Friday that I've been dying to play.
That is the worst part about streaming on my phone, is that I can no longer use my air horn app.
Good, thank God. I don't hate that. But yeah, so anyways, now that part is done, should we get into games? And technically what I was talking about betting is gaming. They do
suppose,
yeah.
Falls under the gaming commission.
And I sometimes am glad I game, sometimes I'm not. But yeah, let's get into this. Let's talk Nintendo Direct. Ooh. Nintendo Direct came out last week.
Yes, they did.
That Sage got excited. He's like, hey, you know the Nintendo Direct today? I was like, yeah, dude, I was tweeting about it all yesterday. Thanks for reading our social. It's just like,
I'm more of an Instagram kind of guy.
Yeah. So there was a Nintendo Direct. So I made a joke that a lot of people seem to agree with on Twitter. No big deal. One guy was really pissed off at me, but I don't care. Basically, they announced a bunch of new games. Like this is it's kind of like a mini E3. It was like 50 minutes long. Kind of like some of it was new games. Some of it was just like, here's our roadmap, like when stuff's going to come out.
Do they have it like quarterly, or is it?
It's really up in the air. It's like they announced this like 4 days ago. It'd be like they announced it like 2 days before they did it. Like no one knew it was happening. Hey, Nintendo Direct's on Wednesday at like 7. It's like, what? Yeah. And it's like, so you don't really know. Also, like February is not really quarterly. So, but they seem to just do it when they feel like it. So they could have another one of these in March. Yeah. Or they'll just be like, yeah, it'll be like November. Like it's so all over the place. Yeah. But
it's really just to announce whatever new characters they're adding to Smash Brothers and then tacking.
I mean, to be honest, it's kind of is like that. It's like a new challenger approaches, and it's like, great, no one gives a shit. And Super Smash Brothers. I mean, a
lot of people give a shit.
Some people do, I guess, but
a very low amount of people in this room give a shit.
Yes, yeah.
I love Smash Brothers. I couldn't care less about Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
But the one that I made fun of for this, which a lot of people are making fun of, for the record, is the fucking Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD remake. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure
it was a bad game.
I think the stupidest thing was the Project Triangle strategy.
Oh, well,
it's like an incomplete game that they don't even have a title for.
What's Project Triangle?
It's like a working title. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's not the final thing. And if it is, it's a terrible title. But it's like, hey, this is a game that might be fun in the future.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think that's like, I think they were kind of just showing like, this is something we're working towards, not like it's happening tomorrow.
Oh, I completely understand. I've just never seen anything like that on
some, like Sony's done that a couple, and Microsoft did that a long time ago with Project. It's not Amiibo because it's back to Nintendo. It's Project something.
It was probably like, something groundbreaking.
Using the Kinect to like talk to somebody, but it was like an animated. It was like treating an AI in a game, and you use the Kinect to walk around and you would like talk to this person.
That's like showing like a new technology or like
it actually never came to pass too.
Cyberpunk got like a lot of cool stuff, or like talking about like the new controllers that they're doing or something like that. This is literally just like.
Well, they did it with the cardboard, Nintendo cardboard. They kind of did that with too.
Okay, yeah, but
I get what you're saying.
There's nothing new that they're adding.
Right, this just looks like a weird
something that I feel like you and I could make.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like this wasn't like they're not some revolutionary new technology that they're showing off. That like now Project Triangle is going to leverage this. It's kind of like this just looks like a shitty game.
Yeah. And it's also super weird for me. I don't know why to have like,
but it's the new RPG that they're all about, right?
Yeah, it's weird that there's like voice acting along with that like 8-bit.
Oh, I hate
pixelated thing. Like it just it doesn't. It's incongruous to me. It just doesn't feel right.
You tell the people how to speak. Yeah, no, it is weird. I think like some people would be like, it's kind of like the old school like Final Fantasy games because that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, yep.
I don't get.
Yeah, I like the art style. I like what they're aiming for. It's just nothing really breaking the mold in any way.
Yeah, you can actually play the demo on Switch right now. Word, and it is project. It says working title, so you are right. It is a work one, but yeah, there's nothing that's kind of like.
Maybe that's what bothers me the most is that they don't actually have a title for it, and they're trying to be like, "Hey, get excited for this thing that's going to be called something different the next time you see it."
I guess it's because it's kind of like the old fantasy where you can play as the one character, but you can also control like a different like the multi-tiered battlefields is what the whole like strategy is. Yeah. So it's like you can kind of zoom out, kind of like fucking. Oh, what was that awesome game that everybody played that you would get an emulator on your computer for in high school? Oh my god!
Ooh, I don't know.
It was you could play it on like the game. You could play it on like
Age of Empires.
No, you could play it on like GameCube or not GameCube, Game Boy or 3DS. But people would just get an emulator and play it. Oh my god!
Yeah, seems like it's gonna bother you.
I played like insane amounts of this. I will remember it, but
yeah, you'll just yell in the middle of me saying something.
RTS game, 2006.
Yeah, that Metopia seemed kind of like. I mean, it'll be fun.
Yeah,
I guess.
Well, okay, so hold on. I want to go. So the Skyward Sword thing is widely considered terrible, and that's why I was like, "That's a stupid fucking game to remake." Why would you not remake like Link's Awakening or not Breath of the Wild, obviously, because
not Ocarina of Time.
No, the first one that came out on Wii, Wind
Waker.
Moonlight or Twilight Princess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why not give like a Switch version of Twilight? Because that was good. People like that, and I'm not everybody.
Maybe they're working up.
No, I'm not a big, fucking Zelda guy, but and like Skyward Sword came out after Twilight Princess, so it was newer, and everybody's like, well, it was kind of trying to do so much, and that's why it sucked. A lot of people hate it. It's like the notoriously the most hated game next to like Zelda 2. But so everybody kind of agrees. So it's like some people are like, and it's like it's just like you're made this whole Nintendo Direct, and you're like gonna remake an old Zelda game, and that's the fucking one you pick. Like, do Twilight Princess, do like Majora's Mask. Like people would probably love a Switch version of Majora's Mask. That would probably sell. It's like
I want them to do an AllStars for Zelda.
Right, but if you're gonna do a bunch of like if they're gonna start doing remakes of these old games, kind of like how Capcom's did like Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, and potentially Resident Evil 4. It's like rumored. If they're gonna be like, hey, and you can see as when we did our your favorite thing, the MP days, which we will do today, is like they're on the NPD list like monthly, and I think Resident Evil 2, I think when we did the year one was on the 2020 like game top 10. It was Resident Evil 2 was on that, and it's like so obviously it's successful, right? So, but why would you not? Majora's Mask would be fucking sick on Switch. Like Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, like you said, like to get the heavy hitters redone and get them out there. Yeah, don't give Skyward Sword. It's just a waste of your resources.
It's just easier to remaster. Like you need to update fewer assets.
I get maybe, but then it's like, dude, just fucking that's lazy. It's like,
this whole thing felt kind of lazy.
Yeah, that's true. It's like I made like a joke, like they should just fucking update. There's 3 Zelda games on Wii. It was Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, and then there was like Link's Archery Challenge. And I was like, they should have just updated Link's Archery Challenge. I'll get the Zelda. Link's crossbow training, and basically all it was using the crossbow with the Wii remote, and it's like boo, boo, boo. And like that's the whole game. It's like, yeah, you should have just fucking done Link's crossbow training. That would have been better than Skyward Sword. And some people love that take. This one guy like
some
went
people
off on
were very angry.
Well, I had to mute the conversation because like it had like a good amount of likes, and I was like, oh, that's good. Then this guy wrote like 15 comments. Nobody, and then he liked his own messages. Yeah. So I was like, who's liking this? And I was like, she's just liking his own. And I was like, I don't know if that's a power move.
There's a special kind
or if it's a sad thing. Is that like a power move? Or is that sad? Yeah, I would say it's a sad thing. It's like
especially if no one's responding.
Right. If you're trying to get traction and then people start liking it because they're like, oh, now it's getting pinged for likes. I can see that.
If you're trolling people, then like they argue with you and then you go back and like your own comment because you're like, I was right the first time.
Yeah.
Sure. But if
you
no one's
that
responding
pettiness.
and you're just like,
and you're like arguing with yourself. Like, I didn't comment once. And it was just like, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, he's like, Skyward Sword. And I was like,
patting yourself on your back.
God, dude. Like, ease up, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I'm glad you game.
So there are some people that like it.
Right. Again, I'm glad you game. If you do like it, it's fine. It was a harmless joke, but it's also like, if you want the biggest conglomerate of people to play it, don't pick the one that they don't like. It's not going to move a ton of units. Like the people will buy it because they'll be like new Zelda game, even though it's a remake. But like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Link's Awakening, Twilight Princess, those would have like you're gonna and maybe that's what they're like you said they're gonna move towards. But you already know there's a feel for this. Yeah. Like, I don't feel like they really need to dip their toe in the water. Like, do you think people will be interested? It's like, obviously. Have you seen anything in entertainment? It's like when a movie gets restored to 4K from like fucking HD, people are like, gig, gotta get it. It's re-released in IMAX now. It's like, let's go see it in the theater. It's like, why do you do that?
This one's like re-releasing like Dodgeball in 4K. It's like, it's good to have.
Well, Dodgeball's a great movie.
It's a great movie. Yeah. But the 4K-ness of it is not what makes it great.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but those slow-mo things with White Goodman, it'd be pretty good to see that. I see all those perfect indentations.
I saw that midline infraction clear as day.
Yeah, I knew exactly what's hell of a strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it works out for him. That's like one of my favorite responses when someone just does something dumb on Twitter. Yeah, it's like, "Where's the cotton?" And it's so funny if you just type in "cotton," it's the first meme.
Oh yeah,
like it's like, yep, that's where to go. Also, though, they did do one good thing that I actually like, and it's like I think it's a guilty pleasure game, and it's also just a great game, and it's pretty incredible.
Yeah,
Splatoon 3.
There.
Yeah. Well, that's what Nintendo actually put as a tagline, so I didn't come up with that. I would love to take pride in that pun.
I do love
but they're fun.
The level
Splatoon
of puns that they go to on that. Like the whole thing is this weird, like cultural disconnect where you have someone.
Are you talking about Splatoon or
just the whole Nintendo Direct?
Okay.
Where it's obviously like someone speaking Japanese with someone dubbed English over top of it.
I love that though. They stayed true to their Japanese roots. They're like, we're not gonna like fucking.
I really respect it, but like out of like all the weird disconnect things, like the please enjoy the trailer, like the way they phrase.
Oh,
stuff.
it's just like it's like slightly out of like that's not like conversational English. It's
it's like we invite you to please enjoy this trailer, and it's just
right. It's like if you went to like an ESL class, it's what the book says to how to translate it. But like when you hear it. When you're having a conversation with somebody,
it doesn't.
It's like it's the same thing. If like I spoke Spanish, like people would be like, "That's not like."
We see what you're trying to say.
I know what you're saying. Exactly. It's like I know what you're saying, but like conversationally, that it just seems weird when you say it.
But then there's like a whole bunch of stuff on there that have like these really good puns.
Oh, like Incredible is good.
Yeah,
Incredible is good. Yeah.
Which is like puns are a very subtle, complex part of the English language. And to like
you tell them, Sid,
to not have like to not have like some of the basic stuff make sense, but then to like be knocking the puns out of the park. It's just like a fun dichotomy, I guess. I don't know why I'm using so many fucking vocab words today.
I know. Did you like were you like, hey, guess what? I'm gonna open up the fucking SAT vocab area and just kind of break some.
Guess. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
You're like, I don't know. There was just a copious amount of thoughts in my head. I'm just going that. I'm like, all right, dude.
Yes, exactly.
I'm just letting you spring. It feels like it's a Sunday. You had some coffee. You're awake. And I think that's what it is. You're getting excited.
There's one more thing that I wanted to talk about. Mario.
Mario.
Yep, is
Mario
for like their anniversary.
Is it Mario or Mario?
I say Mario.
I say Mario too. And so when someone says Mario, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Mario in, I think, Italian. Like
Mario. Mario. Oh, yeah. You have to say it like that because that's how high it gets. Like Mario.
Mario.
Isn't it funny that a bunch of Japanese guys made the Italian plumber?
Yes, it is. It's hilarious.
Anyway, so we've like gone all over the place.
Yes, we're not even going to get to like one other topic, let alone.
Well, that's what happened. That's what people love us for. Actually, you know what? I actually forgot to hit record.
No, that makes sense.
No, I didn't. I'm just kidding. But I actually wouldn't have put it back. I'm actually surprised. I've actually never done that. We have not recorded once. Like you always hear about like, fuck, we got to redo this. Sometimes like we've had to cut stuff, but we haven't really like forgotten.
I actually hate you for saying that because now we're going to forget on episode 42.
Fuck yeah. Right. We're going to have to re-record and be like, well, how did I say everything with every cadence possible? Now I got to redo it.
So Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Is doing like a celebrating one of the anniversaries for Super Mario OG, and are like bringing a bunch of Mario items and outfits to Animal Crossing. I was planning on it.
Yeah.
To Animal Crossing.
I was like, I don't know why I said that.
And one of the like, there's a lot of like fun stuff just to like interact with, but they're doing the pipes that you can set up on 2 different places in your island to travel between, which I think is like a huge thing because sometimes it's a real pain in the ass to get from one side of your island to the other. So that would actually be freaking terrific. Like I am going to open Animal Crossing for the first time in a while just to make sure that I can get that so that I can fast travel a little better in Animal Crossing, which is like a neat little mechanic that they're throwing in there. And I think they know what they're doing with that.
I do too. And actually related to that, I talked to Salva, who was on the pod a little bit ago. She might be coming on another one, but she's like just releasing music. She released 3 new songs on Friday. She's all over the place. She's like, my agent doesn't even have time. Like, I don't even have time for my agent. I was like, fuck. Because like she's back on the East Coast, so we're trying to get like maybe a live show with her. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Either way, look up Salvo.
So I talked, Salvo songs on Instagram and I think like everything.
Yeah. Or just Salvo.
Yeah, she got the check mark. She's blue check mark. She's way cooler than us. But so I talked to her and I was like, so what is your number at, by the way? I need to know. Because I was like, do you still fucking play Animal Crossing? She's like, yeah. And she's at 605 hours on it, which if you do the math, and I will, it is 25 days of Animal Crossing that she's done. I mean, it's just like, it's fucking insane.
25 days of the last year, basically.
Yeah. So basically an entire month of 2020, like it was like dedicated to Animal Crossing. 605 hours. I feel like I've played a lot of games.
So she's going down in percentage, but she's still putting time in.
Oh yeah. But I feel like I've done a ton, like games that I put to do like 60, 70. Persona 5, I put like right under 100 hours in. And I was like, damn, I put a bunch in that. Fucking 605 hours. That is like her turn-up market or whatever the fuck it is must be off the chart. She's got to be like Warren Buffett in that shit. Like, yeah. Just got to be moving product because that's crazy. So that when you brought that up, I was like, I have to get the number because I just talked to her like 4 days ago because I was like, let's run it back because it's we'll be up in a year. We're gonna be at 9 months in like a couple weeks.
Hell yeah,
we're gonna have a Glad You Game baby in a couple weeks.
9 months.
Yeah,
isn't it a year in March? I don't know.
It's a year in May.
Oh
yeah,
thought it was going for longer. Guess
not. Yeah, it just feels like forever with you.
I guess we could count the
weeks. So we're basically at our first Glad You Game baby. I mean, but like if you think about it like that, so but what is that fucking game? Anyways, so yeah, I just thought that. So I was like, oh, okay, let's see if we can run it back with some people. So we'll try to get her on. But maybe we'll get her on like when it actually has been a year because she's so fucking busy, which is awesome for her.
Yeah.
But like I'll have to be like, hey, in 3 months, are you free for 1 hour? So hopefully we'll figure something else out. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, there's an update on her. She's 605 hours, which is insane. Awesome. That's but it's also, yeah, that's incredible. It's like, way to go. Like, way to put the fucking time in. Good job.
Alrighty. So
yeah, switch up.
Moving on.
Well,
I get it.
Did we finish? Oh yeah, and Splatoon 3. I do like the Splatoon games. That's the one thing I think Nintendo does well. They do
I've
a lot
actually
of
never played them.
They do a lot of things well, but it's just like a lot of
but
fun. It's just a lot of fun, and it's like a unique fun. Like that's like let's play a fighting FPS kind of game, but like it's paintball in like a ridiculous Nintendo-y way, and it's awesome. And like that's great. And they're also getting Fall Guys finally, which is the other probably most prominent thing.
Hell yeah!
It's like you would think. Oh, don't they already have it? But yeah, it just seems like everybody
like a
has
Nintendo
it.
Game.
Yeah,
it's not.
But they will have it, and they'll have up to 60 players on their version. So
that's what it is anyway.
Right, but I'm saying they'll be able to support it.
Yeah, cool.
And a lot of people also the biggest one that I was surprised about that people were like, this is the biggest announcement. I guess because it's been so many years. I think it's been over a decade. Is Mario Golf is back.
Yes.
And it's Mario Golf like Super Rush or something.
Yeah.
And people are like fucking stoked about. Like that is like the biggest takeaway. And I was like, I didn't realize Mario Golf had this huge of a following, like at all. And I think the previous one had to have been. I probably should have known this, but
like any golf game, I don't understand how it's interesting.
Oh fucking yeah, dude.
But even less so Mario Golf, where it's like, sure, there might be like a barrier to entry for like actual golf, where it's like you need clubs and you need to like pay to go to a course. But Mario Golf is like,
and these real golf
putt.
games aren't that fun. Like it's like it's taking it super seriously. It's like Madden. It's like you have to love football. Like golf, it's like the grass is gonna grow. You're here, yeah, take the driver. At least see that's why I think Mario Golf I actually do get excited about.
Okay,
because it's more of like. It's not like I'm not expecting the physics of Mario Golf to be like it's like Mario Kart. It's like it's fun. It's gonna be fun. There's crazy shit you can do during it. It's not just golfing. Like you can fuck with people.
Yeah, there's like races and
right. So that they made it to me that makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Than it. So it's Mario Golf.
But either
Super
way,
Rush.
Not aware that many people were.
Yeah, like when that was like the number one thing that was like, oh my god, it's back, and I'm like, it's back. Like you put that tag on like Last of Us 2 or like. Something like these huge games, like no, it was 2014 when the last one came out.
Okay.
Mario Golf World Tour, but that was Nintendo 3DS, so it wasn't even on a main console.
Yeah.
Not to hate on it, I'm just saying like it wasn't the last time. I think the last time it came out on main console was 2004. So I can see how like it's a big one. You know what the one they should bring back though? I'm all over the place though, but the one I love is Mario Tennis. Mario Tennis, that
was fun.
Mario Tennis is real good because you can play doubles and it's like that, and that crushed on Wii. Like that was
like one of their main sellers.
Yeah, but I did play Mario Golf on N64. That was one I did actually like.
That bowling. I don't know why, but like
I think it was because of the easiest hand motion things you can do.
Yeah, and
it was just like cool. Like grandma can play bowling with you, and it's kind of like that's.
And the fact that you could actually like put a spin on it.
Yeah, like it worked. It was cool. Absolutely. But yeah, I was surprised that there was. I guess I shouldn't have been. Now that I've like understanding it. Yeah. Now that we've said it out loud, but like in my head, I was like, why are they that excited? But then I like, as soon as I said that, I'm like, you know, if they said Mario, like I would play Mario Golf. I'm not going to buy it. If like my friends, like if you had it, I'd be like, yeah, we'll play it and like fuck around.
Yeah.
I would buy Mario Tennis. If they came out with Mario Tennis, that I would fuck. Cause I don't know. It's just, that feels like Mario Kart is like a staple. Like you have to get Mario Kart.
Yeah.
That's like, number one, if they like Mario games, so like Galaxy, all those things, like because everybody's like that's essentially Mario 64, which is like the ultimate. So you want Mario Galaxy, Mario Sunshine, all that stuff. You gotta get that. Luigi's Mansion, but so those are like the same Mario Party. Those are the staples that like pretty much everybody gets, and then you got your Super Smash. But then it's like, what about the little offshoots? Mario Golf to me was just like that's fun, not there. Mario Tennis, I'd be like fuck yeah. There's also Mario Basketball, which I think like had like one game. But Mario Tennis I fuck with. Like Mario Tennis, if they came out Switch version, I would definitely play. I know they had like one like a couple years ago, but I don't think it was on Switch.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But that's my whole like, oh fuck. Should have taken that back. It did come out on Switch in 2018.
Well,
and I don't buy that. I didn't buy that one.
Again.
And it sold 3 million copies. It came out in 2018 on Nintendo Switch. Well, if another one came out, I didn't like that it was called Aces. We'll say I didn't like it was called Aces. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, this looks fucking great. Holy shit. Really good ratings, too.
Is that what we're playing in half an hour?
Yeah, I think we're half.
Or 45.
It won Sports Game of the Year.
Damn. Okay.
At the DICE Awards. So,
okay.
I mean,
yeah, that's awesome, though.
That's still an award. And DICE sounds cool.
You have to move on to the next.
But
jeez,
guess what the DICE Awards gave the Game of the Year their first year of doing it in 1997?
Probably a game from 1997. GoldenEye? I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say Mario Tennis because that's like what dropped to it. Do you know what the last one they gave to was? I actually did quiz you on this at one point. I'm pretty sure, like a long time ago. But 2019 was the last time they gave a Game of the Year award.
Oh, God of War.
That was 2018.
Okay.
2019 was Untitled Goose Game. Just reference back to your thing because you love it so much. Because I know you love that. Anytime I see any information about that, I'm like, well, I have to. Let's say Sage is like in love with that game, or maybe I've amped up how much Sage loves that game. But like,
definitely the latter. But I mean, it's still
you do get excited about it, though. I mean, everybody heard in the beginning when I was like, oh, there's a sequel. You go, so it's like
just like a perfect game. It's not
calming and
it's
fun,
not the best game, but like for what it's doing, it is doing it perfectly. It's not trying to overachieve. It's not trying to break any molds. They're like, we're going to do this simple thing where it's just a duck causing trouble in a village. and
it's in a French village, and you fucking like that.
I don't think it's French. Isn't it in English? I don't know.
Yeah, you played it more than me. Probably.
Everyone just goes,
it's definitely European.
Yes, very.
And they
very
did update
European.
it with the 2-player mode.
Oh,
yeah, they did that in August last year. So you can play
actually
local co-op.
I do not have a second controller for my PlayStation.
Really?
So you should give me one.
I don't have them anymore. I gave them all to my sister for Christmas. But yeah, now there's 2. Oh wow, this picture is
Maybe
great.
They're cheaper now.
There's 2 gooses or geeses. Now they're both fucking with the guy. The other one's stealing the wheelbarrow. The guy's following the other guy.
That's great.
That changes the dynamic of this game. It's local couch co-op.
Nice.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Love that.
I might have Wyatt over to play.
We got to move on, Sid. You got to stop bringing this shit. I brought that all up just to be like, I'm going to cut him off. All right, but it is a good game, and actually, I do kind of want to. We should probably check out the 2-player mode.
Yeah.
And the more I think about it, Mario's Golf, I might fuck with it. All right. So let's go to let's go Mortal Kombat. Let's get like 180 from Nintendo and cute, fun, family fun. Do something that's very not family friendly.
No.
We talked about Mortal Kombat last week, just movies and games. The trailer came out, and it looks fucking incredible.
Awesome.
It looks like they nailed this, and they're like, you know what? We're going to lean in, like kind of like the original 90s movies did.
Yeah.
But it feels like it actually has like everything about it is like a good budget. So, like the actors behind it, they actually like
Goro CG now instead of having those like weird waxy arms underneath the dude.
And what it also looks like the actors they got, they're like, we want you to actually act too.
Yeah.
Like the other one, they gave them the script, they're like, just film. They're like, can we hold the script when we film? They're like, maybe, just like we'll edit it out.
Here, we'll hold it next to the camera.
Yeah. And can I express emotion? We'd rather you didn't. Just kind of like blandly say any text. This one, they're like, oh yeah, you should probably act.
Yeah.
So that looks good. Like you said, it looks like it has a budget, and it looks like
I'll let you tell our favorite part because that's your screen name.
So like I said, Jax, which has been my username forever, was like PS2. When we got PS2 online, you had to get the network adapter port and put it in the back. Boom, baby. Play Twisted Metal. So when I got that Jax, I think it was last episode, I said Mortal Kombat Armageddon. I watched that with the metal hands on. He's just awesome black dude. I was like, he kicks ass. He's like my hero. And then I would play him in Mortal Kombat, and he became like one of my favorite things ever. He's in the trailer. So he's always like, the reason why he has metal arms, sometimes it's different all over the place. But it's funny because in Armageddon, he has normal arms, but he gets these to like kind of supercharge himself so he can compete with the supernatural level of everybody else.
Yeah.
So he has like working functional arms. This one just leans right into Jax immediately, and Sub-Zero freezes his fucking arms and then shatters them off. And I was like, oh my God. So then as soon as that happened, I was like, that's how he gets them. Although my favorite part of Armageddon is when he takes off the metal things. I actually just watched this 2 days ago.
Yeah, pulls a Forrest Gump on it.
He pulls off the metal arms and then does compete at the same level as everybody else, just with his normal arms.
Yeah.
And he because he believes him. It makes no logical sense for the rest of the movie.
No, yeah.
Not that much of the movie makes logical, but that was awesome. But it's more of that moment. It's like, oh shit, he believes in himself. Like I always love that. That was like one of my favorite scenes as a kid.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I'm not gonna get that because he doesn't have arms. But so they CG'd his arms in this, and they look badass. I mean, he looks awesome.
Yeah.
But I love it. Sonya Blade looks good. Sub-Zero looks fucking sick. I love that they put Scorpion in at the end. It's like Sub-Zero Scorpion.
Well, they had him earlier, but it was like without his uniform on, and it's like a Scorpion backstory.
Yeah,
where he's just like this badass ninja before he becomes. I'm excited to see how they work the backstories because Jax's is already great.
Yeah,
Sonya's is probably going to be great because you see it with it like all that with Jax.
Yeah.
Then like
and like
Kano for the
team.
half a second you see him as badass.
And I love that. What's his name from fucking Last Samurai is Raiden.
Yeah.
That guy, he's always like you know how in movies there's always like we just watched Mystery Alaska. There's always like, oh, it's that guy.
Yeah,
everybody knows what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, it's that guy, it's that girl, it's like that, it's that person. And you're like, oh yeah, it's that white guy. He's in like everything. He does this, and like Mystery Alaska has everyone that fills into that description. Yeah. And like he is, it's that Asian dude from Last Samurai who's like the badass samurai who hates Tom Cruise because he killed his best friend, and then he ends up respecting him at the same time. And then they're like friends, and then they're both badass together.
I think another guy from Last Samurai is Scorpion too.
Oh, is he?
I think so. I'm not positive.
Well, the one guy, Raiden, definitely is. The Raiden is
he's like the Japanese Danny Trejo.
Okay. I'm trying to I know who plays him, but I didn't recognize him from Last Samurai. But the Raiden definitely is. He is. Yeah. I know, and that because he's like the general guy. Yeah,
I think the other guy is the guy that like beats him every time he's getting up in the rain.
Oh, that guy? You think that's who?
I think so. I'm not positive.
Oh, okay.
By the way, if you have
Last Samurai is a good movie.
Last Samurai, watch that movie because it is.
If you like Dancing with Wolves, but you want more violence and not with muskets, well, it kind of does have muskets, but like more with swords, it's Last Samurai. Yeah. That's the one thing everybody hated. They're like, Last Samurai is Dancing with Wolves, and it's like the same thing people said about Avatar. It's like we get it. It's like you can have a general story structure, but the context of the story is completely different. Just because it's similar, like themes, does not make it the same fucking movie.
There's only 2 stories with cultural assimilation. Either it's you assimilate and like take the side of that, or you assimilate and hate them and then have wars. Like it doesn't really happen a ton of other ways. Forced marriages. What other stories do you want people to explain as they're doing
and it's like
cultural
and it's also like a good like character development. The guy realized like he was wrong. Like Tom Cruise was like, wow, I was not treating these people as like, and then it's like you realize like, oh, the samurai and like this whole way of life is beautiful, and I should respect these people. Same way in Dances with Wolves with the Native American, and it's the same way with Avatar with the Na'vi. Like it's all about he's respecting the people that they were getting oppressed, and he's like, oh shit, I was wrong. I was an asshole, and I'm gonna help you guys. And he's all and like everybody's like, well, now he just hates his people. It's like, well, he hates the people that don't understand. The whole point is about being an open mind and not just thinking everybody's a piece of shit for thinking differently. Or
I think that's it. It's the people that are not open minded are the ones that
who get aggressively angry.
Dancing with Wolves.
Oh,
it's just Japanese Dancing with Wolves.
I mean, I do get if you're trying to be simplistic. It's like, well, okay, the story, guy gets captured or joins whatever side that he was fighting, becomes part of that culture, then fights alongside them. If you want to boil it down, sure, all of that does happen in all of them, but the context and story and the character development are all different in all 3 of those movies. Anyway, but like, it's a good movie. You should see it. I actually really do like Last Samurai is great. But anyway, so that guy is the Raiden. He's Raiden, and by the way, whips ass in this trailer. And I love at the end of the trailer, it like ends, and then it's like finish him, and then it's just all fatalities. And I was like, dude, they are leaning so heavily into this.
I hope some of them are fake.
When he does Kano wins. Oh yeah, and I bet
they showed a lot of deaths, and I'm like, I bet pull back a little bit.
I bet they'll have all of them, but like different ones. But I bet when it like comes out on like iTunes or something, there's gonna be like a special feature that's like, can I just play fatalities? And it's gonna be like 100. They're like, here's like the 50 we couldn't include in the film.
If they don't do it,
that's bullshit. You have to have that. But I do like it was super cheesy, but I kind of loved it when Kano eats the heart and he's like, Kano wins, and he says it himself, and I'm like, all right, dude, like you guys have leaned in. But the one thing that I feel like if everybody's forgetting is there's three brothers that we've only seen 2. There's Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Where's Reptile? We haven't seen. I guess sometimes they're not brothers, but I always feel like they're like triplets. I don't know, because at one point I thought they were.
I think one of the games said they were related, but I think they've gone away from that pretty.
But it's always like it's Sub-Zero and Scorpion because you guys do like Sub-Zero, and I like how they do that. And he's like, "Get over here for Scorpion." It's like, but it's like, where's like Reptile? It's always the 3 of them
hiding the whole time,
right?
He's got his little.
So I hope Reptile's in this, or like he's going to be the drop for like a sequel. It's like the after credit scene or something like. Because this is definitely something they can make a series on.
Like fatalities just to get things going.
Well, the other thing is, I feel like this could be a franchise. Yeah. Like it definitely has the legs.
Well, I mean, it is a franchise, but
I mean, film franchise because they fucked it up in the 90s. But this one kind of seems like it's. I do like how like this one also has like you're born to go to Mortal Kombat. Before it's like you had to apply and there's all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
This one it's like, oh, what's
just like this portal opens and you get like an application.
Yeah. It's like that Pete Holmes thing where he's like doing the Mortal Kombat audition. He's like he works at the insurance company. He's like, yeah, he's like, Sonya, you have all these knives for hands. We can't do it. By the way, where was Chun-Li? Yeah. Chun-Li, well, let's just be honest. She's gonna be a rocket. She's in this. Like Chun-Li's awesome. Everybody knows that. But no, like Jack's great. But yeah, I am curious. I do like that they're like basically born with a tattoo, and that's like, that's like birthmark. One, it's like that's a birthmark. Birthmark is literally like a mark. This looks like a fucking dragon, and you're like, oh, your mom and dad are like, it's just a family birthmark. Like, do you have it? There's no.
Yeah.
Did the doctor like pinch me with a dragon tattoo? Like, what the? If I was like that kid's dad, and like my kid had like a dragon tattoo essentially at birth, I'm like, what did you do?
Yeah,
like you tattooed him. That's not a.
That's actually what the song "Bad to the Bone" was written about.
Yeah. But the only thing I think this trailer missed is it did not use the theme from the '90s movie Mortal Kombat. They need that high techno thing. I want them to use it in this movie at some point.
I forget what the origin was, but I'm pretty sure that was from the commercial, right? It wasn't in the game.
No, it
like
wasn't
just yelling Mortal. Yeah.
It wasn't in the game originally, but then it got. Well, no, it is part of the game now. But like, I don't know
I think it was just the commercial, like the marketing.
And then it was in the movie, and then like, then it was it's like a song. It's like a techno song that they kind of use now. And I was like, I was waiting for that to drop, and they never do. But it's like Mortal Kombat, and it's like I need it.
I really want it, but at the same time, like if they're trying to reinvent themselves, that might not be the way to go.
Yeah, but there's
like
always
a slippery slope. Like once you hear that, like another part of production falls apart.
Yeah, it's like that just lost 50% of the budget right there. Fuck it. But no, I think they could do it in a way like there's been other remakes that reuse stuff like that. But then they do it like that's ridiculous. Yeah, they always played off like very satirical, and I think they could do that to be like, hey, we got Mortal Kombat. They're like, hey, we were thinking about theme songs or whatever. How do you like this one? The guy's like, yeah, that's great if I was on acid in a fucking rave.
In the 90s.
Like, right. And then they played off, but that's how they get it in there. That's how they do with like Marvel when they like show like their older costumes, and they're like. Yeah, like WandaVision. They wore their original costumes kind of
as like silly
as ridiculous Halloween costumes. And they're like, these look terrible. Yeah. And it's like and that's the way of like you can incorporate the fandom, but also be like, we're different, but we know it exists. Yeah. I think that like something like that would be cool. Although I don't know. But I would they have to find a way to incorporate it. But it looks good. Like it actually I was like, it's gonna suck. I just
I did not have high hopes.
Yeah, but honestly, the trailer, I was like, they know what Mortal Kombat is, and they're not trying to pretend it's anything else. Yeah. And they're just like, fuck it, let's try to get a good story about it. We made Fast and the Furious sound smart, so we can do it with Mortal Kombat.
And it's gonna be like hard R, because I don't think the one in the 90s was. Was it?
I think it was R. I don't think it wasn't like super hard R. And like, I mean, either way, this one, the Red Band trailer makes it very clear, like, we are full on Mortal Kombat. It's like, let's fucking go, dude. So, although did we see Johnny Cage?
No, I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah, I was too. I weirdly was like, I don't really.
If they do
you think they should kill him?
No, I think they should update it because Johnny Cage was based off of
the other guy. He just they just reused the asset or whatever, right?
No. Like he's
Jean-Claude Van Damme, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So they should update it to like The Rock or something.
Oh yeah.
Like whoever the hottest.
Yeah, like whoever like the badass guy is.
Yeah.
But The Rock's not like Jean-Claude Van Damme was.
The Rock's a bad example, but like
I know
someone that's popular like in martial arts movies now.
Oh, okay. I don't even know we get those anymore. They just became comic book movies. I swear to God, because they're really
that's definitely part of it. But there's
I think you nailed it. I think Danny Trejo would be like the number. Not Danny Trejo. The guy from he has the AMC show, Into the Badlands. He was also in
that one.
He was also in Tomb Raider movie. He's like the sidekick, and he's gonna be in it. Danny something. I have to look that up. It's he's
Danny
fucking.
Phantom.
It's Into the Badlands is the TV show, and it's like basically kung fu as a TV show, and it's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
and he's like,
there are still a lot of like kung fu and karate movies or mixed martial arts. We'll put it that way, because now it's like
Danny Wu.
Danny Wu. Okay, yeah, yep. So there are a lot of
or Daniel Wu, I guess. I don't know if you prefer. He might be Dan. I don't know. And that's definitely not his real first name. But it's like
there are a lot of actors that are like huge right now. They're just not in the same way that it was like
right. It's not 90s. like I would say if it was 90s, it would be like Jet Li or something like that.
Yeah.
But like we don't have those anymore. Like you had Bruce Lee, you had Jet Li. Danny Wu would be that, but I don't think people like
we do. There's still a lot. Who did Ip Man?
Oh, yeah. That's not Danny Wu. That's
but he's like another guy that is insane. I think it's weird that
no, I know who you're talking about. That guy's awesome.
It's like the Netflix effect.
You know, Jackie Chan is still great. He's still fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, and he's still good.
I think it's like the Netflix effect where you have access to everything. And
Donnie Yen.
Yep.
So Danny Wu and Donnie Yen, they can
either one of those would be terrific.
Or both. Okay.
But yeah, I think since you have access to everything, it becomes like a niche thing. So if you don't want to watch like karate movies, then you don't get it.
And it doesn't even show up on your recommended movie. It won't show up because the algorithm's like, oh, you don't watch that shit anyways.
We're like back in the 90s, it was like you didn't see anything until you saw a ton of them. And then it was just like back to back Jackie Chan movies. There were so many good ones back in the day.
Oh yeah, there was a bunch. There is like I guess Liu Kang is like one. Would be probably Liu Kang. Yeah. But like the reason why it's interesting, so in the original Mortal Kombat game, there was only a few characters, and that's why I'm like, where the fuck is Reptile? Because he was part of the original.
Yeah,
it was Johnny Cage, Kano, Liu Kang, Raiden, Scorpion, Sonya Blade, Sub-Zero, Goro, Sun Tzu. I can never pronounce that right. Sang. I am not trying to be insulting. I just cannot pronounce the fucking name. I'm sorry. It's SHANGTSUNG. Sung Chang.
Shusang?
I don't want to. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just don't know how to pronounce shit. I'm terrible. And Reptile, right? Jax wasn't introduced till Mortal Kombat 2.
Yep.
But he's obviously in the movie. So they've obviously kind of picked and changed.
I am very excited if they expand this and make it a whole freaking universe for like
this could be Marvel
and Cabal and like oh my god, all those characters.
Because then what if they do this and they just buy into it and then they were like, Marvel's doing the multiverse. We're gonna redo Street Fighter and then we're gonna combine. Then we're gonna have them like Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter.
Yeah,
they're like, let's go.
I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah,
I hope they hold off on that until they really get
but they have
off the ground.
They have enough characters to make this a Marvel universe kind of thing.
Yeah,
but like a hard R, which I'm like so in for.
Just having like that multiverse kind of thing, like the backstories that you can explore are like Star Wars level.
Yeah, because you could have origin stories for fucking any of these characters.
Yeah.
And there's like a bazillion. It's literally like, I mean, really is like that because they're all kind of supernatural. There is supernatural like magic here. Yeah. So it's like there's a lot of things you could incorporate that kind of make this like, well, you can kind of just do whatever the fuck you want. Like, so if you don't want to just have Marvel and DC kind of own that area, it's like, well, Mortal Kombat, weirdly enough, could be that kind of thing.
That would be amazing.
Like the hard R version of it. I would not hate that at all. I would fucking love that. That would be pretty dope. You say you want to see Smoke? Is that who? Or are you just mentioning Smoke?
Yep. Smoke, Cabal. I mean, really just all the people that I played.
Right. Jax, I want a backstory on Jax. I mean, I think we're going to get some on this one.
Yeah.
But I think like Jax, I think everybody loves Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Reptile. I think those are like, because they're so prominent. But it's almost like I want the people that no one knows, but like Rain, I don't think ever get. Like,
do you think that some of the backstories will ruin the characters?
I think it could, because you might think it's stupid.
Because I feel like Sub-Zero was always kind of like a bit shrouded in mystery, and that was part of his.
Well, I think all of them were. I think all of them, like Reptile, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion.
Yeah,
they're kind of like, but it's also like, yeah. I mean, Yeah, if it's not done right, it will be terrible.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like that's all. Just kind of leans into like, how do you think they're gonna do?
Yeah. Or maybe they're gonna take like a
And
game.
if they're gonna bring in the Elder Gods, who like technically created the 18 realms, which all these people are from.
Yeah.
So it's like you have. I mean, that is like your multi. I mean, like they have this. It's like crazy.
I like what a lot of these properties are doing, like Game of Thrones, like the new Marvel stuff, where
we're creating more movies in it. You mean?
Well, they're like they start with the more down to earth, realistic type thing,
and then
like Iron Man is the most realistic superhero because it's just a guy that
and they're like
rich and sciencey.
They're like, let's wait
a suit
till we can make Thor. Let's do Iron Man, then we'll do Captain America. And then, all right, people
are
bought in. Now we can do
going
Thor.
To different worlds and going out in space. And Thanos is this weird demigod that's.
And now they're just playing with multiverse now. Yeah. Because they're like, all right, we got a handle now. There's going to be a multiverse. So they've eased, they've certainly, I get what you're saying. They've eased
maybe they're
people into the norm that like, basically they've eased general sci-fi to being thought of as normal and cool.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
And then they did the same thing with fantasy and Game of Thrones, where it's like, oh, look, this is a story about kings and princesses and stuff like that. And then at the end of season 1, they're like, And then
everybody's like, obviously, like that makes sense. And then, is there magic? Yeah. Like this chick has like smoke coming out of her vagina. Like everybody does that. Everybody knows that. It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. You have to ground it in some reality.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of get a little crazy. Because then if you watch the latest thing, you're like, this shit is wild.
Yeah.
But then when you watch it from there, it's like, no, it's all rooted in reality.
Yeah.
Like even WandaVision, it's like there's a lot of reality in that. That's like feels real. Like if you just and you already accept, well, she's magical. We get this.
Yeah.
They live in a sitcom. That doesn't even feel weird because the way the government's handling it feels exactly like what would happen. And it's so grounded in reality. You're like, yeah, I buy in. And you have all those 20 fucking movies to build upon that. It's kind of like, makes sense. Yeah, they absolutely. Yes. We probably got to jump. So we're now in for an hour. So there's been rumors that we got a new Silent Hill game potentially coming, which is awesome. So by a prominent Japanese studio. Apparently there could be 2 different games on the way, each made by 2 different studios.
Okay. 2 different Silent Hill games.
2 different Silent Hill studio games. So there was a new report that Kojima left Konami. That was like the whole falling out, and he was going to do it, but then they were like, "We own the rights to it. You can't do it."
Yeah.
So now, they're the Japanese studio to reboot the fan favorite series. The medium developer Blooper team has also created speculation that it's working on an entry in the series as well. So there's a report that Konami has partnered with somebody to make a new Silent Hill game, but also that Bloober team, which created the Medium, which came out on the Xbox a little bit ago, like a month or so ago, is also working on an entry. Then they are not the prominent studio with Konami. So 2 different IPs for the same universe. We've been working for more than a year on another gaming project, another horror IP, and we're doing this with a very famous gaming publisher. I can't tell you who, I can't tell you what the project is, but I'm pretty sure when people realize we're working on it, they will be very excited. That has to be Silent Hill, maybe Fatal Frame, but I don't think that would have the intent. Silent Hill is like Resident Evil is like obviously huge, but Capcom's never lost hold of them.
Yeah.
Silent Hill kind of went away, but it was massive. I mean, Silent Hill was a massive game series. Fatal Frame was, people kind of forget it exists, but I would be excited about it, but it wouldn't be like everybody's pumped. Silent Hill, when people got pumped with PT, and then it's kind of went away again. So it's kind of, you teased us a little bit. You're edging, right? To call that episode back. But like, this is what we're going to let you finish this time. And like, so, yeah. So basically, they're saying they've already outsourced Silent Hill project to a prominent Japanese developer with a reveal due this summer. So apparently, it's which goes into E3 tweeted last week. E3 is officially back 2021. There will be 100% E3 in June 2021. Virtual, in person. They haven't announced any details yet because potentially if they're all vaccinated and stuff like that, they might have some in-person thing and be like, maybe they'll regulate it to you have to prove you're vaccinated or some shit like that. So who knows? But there will be an E3, which means we are going to get those kind of announcements again, Whether the studios decide to do their own thing or not,
I'm kind of loving
up in
it,
the air.
how all this stuff's happening. Where
yeah,
those in-person reveals just don't hit the same way, and anything that's exciting that does come from them is when they cut to video or gameplay anyway.
Oh yeah. It's when they like, but it just lets you know that like, all right, June 9th, Sony's gonna have this.
Yeah.
So it's more of like it's like you just know the press conference is there.
Yeah.
But if they're just so it's and it's like here's a week of press conferences. So it's like I'm gonna have a week of like it's Comic-Con, right? It's like when all the comic movies do that shit, and now that's kind of like everything.
Yeah. And then car stuff like the Bronco,
right? Like SEMA or whatever.
Yeah, SEMA, the LA car show. That there's a
like
ton
that
of
drop
things.
right there.
Yep. But basically, that's how the Bronco like would have been released at some show where they drive it onto a stage and then people go on the stage and
like OJ like running away from cops or something, slowly running into the.
But this time it was like a completely online demo where they just showed some badass footage of it rolling through the desert and kicking up rocks and all that shit, and no one needed to stand on a stage and be like, hey, there's a thing. It's like they did some like cool studio thing to transition from one bit to another, but it was all like digitally supported with visuals, and that's the way I kind of like seeing that stuff go. I know that people are excited about it. I don't need an audience there clapping randomly.
No, but that is when you get the fun. God of War. And so I actually loved it when Sony did that because they had a fucking live. Then all the audio for the trailers was a live orchestra.
Yeah.
That they did. And that made it way more sound, way more intense and stuff, and really made you feel into it. So like I like it when they do that. So that's kind of what I'm hoping they go back towards. I don't need the whole audience, but I want them to have like the live studio where they're recording it from, and then potentially do the orchestra thing or like the creative stuff. Because like, and then like when Last of Us 2, they did their thing, like they built the barn, like, and with the lights that they kind of dance, and then it kind of took you into that.
It's not a direct correlation, but I feel like we've switched sides for how you like digital over physical sales, where I'm like physical reveals are a thing of the past. We're gonna move into digital. And
I love I don't know, to me like it's like going to a football game. Like it's going to it's sports games on TV. And there some games I like to watch on TV, like hockey, or like football I like to watch on TV. Hockey I want to be there, right? I want to get the because you get the enthusiasm. It's so enclosed, you feel that like intensity. That's what I feel like these reveals are. I don't want a fuckload of people there. I want like a sect that are like the hardcore fans that are like, fuck yeah, let's go. Because then it kind of gets it's like when someone starts a slow clap, someone has to start the slow clap, right?
I would almost want to see get pumped. Like the conferences go more digital. Like they still happen in real life, but like the reveals and stuff like that are all digital. But I still want to see award shows in person,
right? Like the Game Awards, I love that was real. Like that wasn't digital. Like they were really
they had to Zoom call people,
but they had it was a complete physical set. That a lot of people were physically there doing. That would not have felt as good if the whole thing was digital and all everything. So that's what I'm saying. If they do something like that, that's kind of what I want them to do. Where there wasn't a live audience for the Game Awards, but like if fucking you felt into
I am very okay with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a mix of both. Like I get what but it's like, but I still want some of the pizzazz they bring with that, because I feel like they invest more into it. Because when you go full digital, sometimes you like it just doesn't, like the Nintendo Directs are completely digital. I don't get excited about it. Like it feels like something's missing. That's something that is a complete digital conference. It feels like something, and I don't want like when Sony did theirs and they just had the fake audience like in front of them for the PS5 thing, and you saw like people sitting there. I'm like, I don't want that either. That's fucking weird. Like, don't pretend people are there when it's a video. Like that seems weird. Fucking have people there or don't, but like don't digitally create an asset. So like that's what the Game Awards did. They were like, we're gonna have a physical set, we're doing all this stuff, but then a lot of stuff we're gonna kick to Zoom and all that kind of shit. So it's like, I think if they do a mix of that, that's kind of what I want. Like, I don't need a live audience, but I do want some like the developers there or something like that. That kind of that kind of gets you that are like you get to the because maybe it's something I don't care as much about, but when they get their enthusiasm takes over, kind of gets me more excited.
Yeah.
So I do want some of that. But it also just feels like cold and alone watching a video by yourself, right? So you want to feel like it's an event, like sporting games. It feels weird when there's no audience. That's why they pipe in audience noise. I need to have that so I can feel like I'm part of something.
Yeah.
Because if not, it just feels like you're just watching YouTube by yourself. So that's why I'm saying I would want that. Make it feel like an event. Make it feel why E3 is important, right? Why we should care. Don't be like we just uploaded a new YouTube video. That's what I'm saying. So E3, because E3 was like the mecca, like that was your Comic-Con for games. It was like that's where you got to go. So I hope they get it. And something they did tweet about it, and they were saying there was going to be a reveal this summer. I mean, to me, with the E3 treat, sounds like we got a Silent Hill announcement, like trailer drop. Potentially demo drop would be sick.
I guess we shall see.
And E3 would be dope. If they do one of those shadow drops, like demo out now, like they did with our Resident Evil 5 Maiden, which I think kind of is like Resident Evil is kind of like showing people the door. They're kind of like, you don't have to put the game out today, but put the fucking demo out. Like give people something because that really amps it up more.
Yeah.
Because like when they did Maiden's out now, it's kind of like, all right, like I'm fucking in. Like you kind of want that. So yeah, I could talk about anyway. So potentially new Silent Hill game. Pumped. It's
I already pushed one of our topics next week.
Okay.
Which Monster of the Week.
Okay. Oh yeah.
That I'll talk about for a bit, and we don't have time for it. Yeah.
Gotcha. So then also Call of Duty Warzone. It sounds like we're gonna get, which is their Warzone is their big battle royale. They released some new season 2 trailer, a bunch of new content. It looks crazy. But there's also a reference and a couple references that we're going to have a massive battle royale with the zombies.
That'd be cool.
With zombies is kind of like the one that people that don't even like Call of Duty play Call of Duty for, is like you get the zombie mode because it is just fun as shit, right? And it's because of missing Left 4 Dead. It's all these people who feel left out, which obviously we have Back 4 Blood, which is.
Do you think it's going to be
clearly
a lot
Left 4
of
Dead 3, but
NPCs?
I think all the zombies will be NPCs. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking when I first heard it that it's like 10 people are going to be people and the other 50 are going to be zombies.
I don't think they'll do that. I think it will be
a last man standing.
I think with last man standing with NPC, or there'll be NPC ones, but when you die, you become a zombie, and then like so you're not really done. So then you basically try to
fun way
win.
To keep people invested.
So you're not like spectating or just jumping to another game. Now you're still in the battle royale, but now you're hunting.
That's a fun way to do it,
because then you got to play both sides of it. You're like, I want to survive. But if you die, we're like, well, fuck that guy then. So like the people that kill you initially in the beginning, there's like no zombies, right? It's normal Warzone. Then you killed a couple people, then like 10 people die because there's like 100 people in these Warzone games.
Yeah,
10 people die within about the first 20 seconds every time.
Yeah.
So, but when all those 10 people die, you now have 10 zombies on the map that are out exterior to this other shit. So now they're coming. So now you have the humans that are trying to kill you and the zombies are being controlled by humans. So they're going to be smarter than just the NPC. And then that's kind of my thing. And that would be like revolutionary.
Yeah,
I think that would be like real game on.
Especially too, if you have like,
so you can thank
30
Activision if you're not doing this already. You're welcome. This is what you should.
If you have like 30 seconds to like get rid of the body before it turns to a zombie.
Right.
So you can like throw it out a window.
Or like
so
burn
it's not
or
starting
like
in
that.
The same room as you. Or
Like, you kill the guy and you're like, oh fuck, I gotta, like, when you kill a guy, you're like, good, I can keep sitting here. It's like, no, the walls are closing because the bubble or the gas bubble, whatever the fuck, for the battle royale. But then it's also like, well, the guy I just killed is gonna be up in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So I need to fucking roll because that guy is gonna have high.
You either get out of there or you find a way to get him out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw in the back of the truck, start it up so it drives away.
Yeah. Like that would be fucking sick. So like that, I think that would be, and then like maybe you can kill the zombie too, I guess. Like, so they're not like just immortal, but
yeah,
but anyways, that's kind of what I don't know if that's gonna be the case. That's what I was hoping for, because that would bring, like how Battle Royale brought a whole new dynamic. That would bring a brand new dynamic to Battle Royale.
Yeah,
because then it would also be like, now there's really 3 teams. And it's as opposed to like just one, like the team of humans, it's the humans, the zombies, and potentially an NPC thing in there. And you're just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like,
I like that.
Yeah. So like, I think that would be,
or
and Activision Blizzard can pay me for that. You're welcome.
Yeah.
That's trademark.
Like zombie or humans turn zombies, don't die, but they're slower or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be, and like, cause then it's like, now I got to deal with all this. And like a lot of people party up with their friends, and like, what if their friends become zombies? Then they're just like, yo, I'm going quiet on the Discord. Like, oh, fuck. Oh, my bad. So like that would be just talking about that, because like that better be what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
It also sounds really fun to stream.
oh, that would be incredible to stream, because then it just brings a whole new dynamic. You're like, when you die in Warzone, you're like, fuck, I'm out. And then it's like, no, I'm back in. And now it's like, fuck that guy that killed me.
Yeah.
Because now I want to hunt him.
That's actually perfect. That might be like what they were kind of aiming for, is to like make the perfect streaming game. Because you get the play-by-play type thing of a first-person shooter. But watching people play horror games, it's like funny for the first couple jump scares, but then you're just watching a guy screaming for an hour.
Yeah.
Like, so this
Phasmophobia
mixes it up and makes it like a fun dynamic thing, but also kind of like jump scares and whatever.
Right, because you're like, oh, fuck. But like, so I think that would be sick. That's what I was hoping for. Who knows if that's what they're actually doing. Honestly, probably it's not, but they fucking should, because I think that right there, I mean, I'm juiced up just thinking. I'm amped, baby. I'm amped. All right, well, we could probably talk about that more. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be fucking sick. Let's get into trivia, because we're already an hour 15. We started late and then we just drilled. Yeah. And like always, we're like, I was like, fuck, we're not gonna have much to talk about. And then of course, 30 minutes in, we've been talking about whatever.
I don't know if we're just getting better at bullshitting, or
or we're
just
letting
the first couple episodes where we're like, oh, we have 3 topics, we'll talk about them as much as we can. And now we're just good at opening up a can of worms and letting it fly.
Yeah. I still don't know what that fucking RTS game is, and it's really bothered. I think it's like Armored Core. It's not Armored Core though. The one from being. Why don't you start your trivia?
Battle Tanks. Is it that 3D Tanks one, or 3D like nuke one? Did you ever Blast Doors? Did you ever play Blast Doors?
No. Well, no. No to both. Actually,
we have to play that sometime.
Okay, I will definitely do that. I swear to God, it started with an A, like Armored Core. Armored.
Blast Doors was crazy because it was.
Is that?
I don't know.
Arena Wars? No. I feel it feels like I'm close.
Blast Doors was a destructible environment, and it was a 3D like tank game where you had to like aim and do your like trajectories and stuff like that. But then you had like napalm, nukes, guns, missiles, and I don't know. It was very basic, but it felt very dynamic back in like 2000 or whatever it came out. So a little nostalgia thing for the 8 people that have played Blast Doors out there.
They're like, let's get out there, people. Everybody on them is, yes. Dude,
who's doing trivia first?
You can, because I'm going to keep trying to look this up while we talk.
Okay.
Do you have anything that's related to potentially an RTS from 2001?
No, I just have. It's all based on Nintendo Direct.
Stronghold. It feels like Stronghold. It feels like I'm getting close.
All right, maybe by the end, or we'll just have to update people on the social. So these are all games that were these are games that were mentioned in Nintendo Direct.
So I have to say if they had sex or no, that was last week when I was.
So you have to tell me whether or not they were in Nintendo Direct.
Okay. Which one?
The games that I'm listing.
No.
The most recent one.
Okay. Okay. I thought you meant like any Nintendo Direct. I was like, there's been a lot. So.
Okay. Famicom Detective Club.
Yes. I don't remember it though. I'm just saying because it seems super.
Triangle Warriors.
No. I think you did that because of Project Triangle.
No More Heroes 3.
Yes.
Monster Hunter Rise.
No, but side note, the Monster Hunter movie came out on Friday. It's on digital download.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Tetris Eternal.
Yes. I don't remember that, but it feels like it should have.
Donkey Kong AllStars.
No. So wrong. I watched I just sped through this after it aired, so I'm definitely gonna get this wrong.
Neon White.
Racist. I'll say no.
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Yes. I said that.
Plants vs. Zombies, Battle for Neighborhoodville.
What? Yes, we'll say there was one of those, but I don't remember if it's from that. There was a new game. I just know there was a new game. I don't remember from the direct.
Knockout City.
Yes.
Toadstool Academy, Princess Power.
No. God, I hope not.
Diamond Sky Sword 3.
Nope. What if I got all of the ones I'm saying no or yes, and all the ones that say yes or no?
Famicom Detective Club, correct?
Yeah.
Triangle Warriors, correct. I was trying not to like lead you in, but yeah.
It was Project Triangle, right? That's why you did that.
Yes, yeah. No More Heroes 3, correct.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Rise is a game that was talked about on there. Okay. Tetris Eternal was not. Donkey Kong All-Stars, you were correct. There was no Donkey All-Stars. That would be pretty legit, though. I'd be excited for that. Neon White was a game. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is a game, but it was not talked about.
Okay.
This recent one. It came out in like 2014.
So I was right, though.
Yeah. Correct. Yep. Plant vs. Zombie, Battle for Neighborhoodville. Correct. Yep. That is one. Yeah. Which Neighborhoodville just sounds.
It sounds like the way you say it is like, I was like, no, but they have some weird fucking titles.
But it's still weird that Plants vs. Zombies expanded from a mobile game to
it's dude, it's on like PlayStation now. It's crazy.
Yeah, a guy at work was like, oh yeah, my kid's playing Plants vs. Zombies on his PlayStation.
Shit. Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Knockout City,
Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 1 and 2. They're the ones that are on PlayStation. You're right.
I believe so. Knockout City is a dodgeball game from the creators of Mario Kart Live, which sounds like it could be pretty cool.
Oh, I do like that, yeah.
Toadstool Academy Princess Power is not a game.
Thank God. I was like,
even though they did have like superhero girls from DC, which was like, it looks fun, but I don't know. It's still like, let's go shopping. Let's get milkshakes.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Why waste the like superhero characters on another shopping game?
Yeah.
And then Diamond Sky Sword 3 was just made. I originally wanted to do more of that shit. Just have random adjectives and sword or blade or chronicle.
just see if they're there. Yeah.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 12, correct? Not too shabby.
I'll take that.
All right, let's do the damn MPDs.
That's right, baby. And it's not Armored Core. God damn, it's like I was trying so hard.
You look it up after.
I know. It's just,
you were distracted and it shows.
I still did pretty fucking good. It's even being distracted.
Yeah, I gave you a couple softballs.
Uh-huh. All right, let's pull this up. I was also trying to find the MPD list. They don't like they never list it in the same area, so I have to like always find it. It's so fucking stupid. It's like, just give me the goddamn. There we go. All right, so this would be retail and digital January 2021 for the month of January 2021, which I guess technically could also say for the year of 2021, considering that's the only month that's counted so far. All right, baby. Top 10.
Did Resident Evil actually come out yet? Or is it still just that demo?
Maiden?
Yeah.
Yes, Resident Evil comes out in May.
Okay, so but Maiden doesn't count either, right? Like that's not
Maiden. It's. I don't know how that would be a top selling game because it's free.
Well, like top downloaded,
but this is selling.
Okay,
to make money.
So that's
it's all about that revenue.
That was my question.
All right, let's go. 10.
Madden.
Give me 10 games.
Just give you 10 games.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
I mean, that's fine.
Call of Duty Warfare, Call of Duty Cold War, Mario 3D All-Stars.
Call of Duty Warzone is
what I say, Warfare?
It's free. That's why I wasn't cutting you off because you said it wrong.
What is it, Modern Warfare? No, I don't know. There's 2 of them though, right?
There's 2 Call of Duties out right now for sale, yes. Well, technically, all of them are out for sale on digital, but there's 2 recent ones. Cold War is one of the recent ones. That's correct. But I figured you meant Warzone, which is the battle royale, which is free. That's why I was correct.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, I have Madden and Call of Duty Cold War.
The other Call of Duty, which I know you're not going to accept. I said Mario 3D AllStars.
Okay. Come on, you got this.
I know. I really should just write down like the previous ones.
No,
just so
this isn't an open book test.
Should be
1, 2.
like
3.
I'm not gonna look up the new one.
I got 4. Just give me 6 fucking names of games.
I know.
I guarantee you, you can get all of these. There's one that maybe not, but like we've technically mentioned it before, so you should.
I just felt so sharp this whole time, and now that we're going into stuff like this,
I actually will tell you that we've like 6 of the 10 we've mentioned in this podcast, which should help.
Let's go.
Or it doesn't.
Let's go some game winners. So we'll go Hades, Last of Us 2.
I have 6 games. I need 4 more. For the record, that's not on this. Yeah. I'm not giving you one.
No, I know.
I actually just took one away from you. You're welcome. Out of all the games, I've taken one. It's like of the thousands of games.
It's so bad. I don't understand why I get worse at this every time.
I think you like get stressed, and it's like, is this how you are taking tests? You get too stressed, you can't think straight. Is it like that's what it is? You feel like
if it's like memory tests, like if I need to remember like all the generals in World War II.
Were you bad at like Simon Says when it was like orange, yellow, green?
I'm not great at it. Yeah.
Okay. Or bop it.
But no, if it's like more like
squeeze it, bop it, trim it.
If it's like information and ideas, I'm usually better at that.
Okay.
If it's just like listing off the top things or the best,
like
dates,
who was like the 24th president?
Yeah. Fuck that.
It's like Grover Cleveland.
Yeah. Or like times tables. I'm like, I'm better at just doing the math than I am memorizing.
I'll let you relax for a second, but now you got to go back to guessing. Oh my God, 24th president was Grover Cleveland. Oh my God. Yo, that was awesome. Fuck that. He served as the 22nd and the 24th president. Did not know that. Nice. Fun fact. Yeah. So he skipped the 23rd there. But that, you gotta admit, that was crazy. That was good. You're like, yeah, fuck that. And I was like, yeah, it's like fucking Grover Cleveland. Maybe I did know that, just like in like Professor Harkins. Like Harkins trolled me that like in 11th grade, in between his wrestling matches.
Harken back, if you will.
Yeah, he's harkening back to a simpler time. All right, now the joke's done. It's a serious pod, serious questions, serious lists.
Yeah.
I need 4 more. Just give me 4 fucking games.
Oh, Miles Morales.
Give me 3 games.
What was the other one that was like neck and neck for a lot of the awards?
I was just give me some fucking games, brah.
I know. I've also been like out of games for a while now with work stuff, but
right. It's not like we have a game podcast every week. That hasn't missed a week.
Yeah.
Right. Been out of game stuff. I know for a fact you talk about it for at least an hour once a week. And I'm telling you, some of the games you haven't said, we've said all the rest in this podcast. So that doesn't really excuse anything. You got this. You got this.
Oh, it's fucking pathetic.
Pick a fucking game. Just start throwing games out there. It's like GoldenEye. I don't give a shit. Like, came back. Retro's in now, baby.
Animal Crossing, golf, Tiger Woods, and Madden.
Okay.
Did I say Madden yet?
You did. That was the first one.
That was the first one.
So just give me another one.
And NHL. I know it's not, but
chill. All right. Okay, Madden's on there. Call of Duty Cold War. So Number one,
Call of Duty. The other Call of Duty?
Yeah, number one, Call of Duty Cold War. So you got that. I'll just give you if you got it on the list, not because you didn't give me numbers. Number one, Call of Duty Cold War. Number two, you did not get Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You're like, forgot it. Number three, Miles Morales. You did get that. Number four, Madden. You got that. Madden 21, but I took Madden. Number five, Animal Crossing, which is why I was like, come on. Got that. Number six, which you did not say, which I was very surprised about because we actually talked about it for like 6 minutes. Kind of related. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Number seven, which came back from 19, which we saw this one come back.
Is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe like?
I don't know.
When did that come out?
That's also not by the way, Animal Crossing, Mario Kart 8, and another one I'm going to mention.
Not including digital copies.
Not including digital, which is just incredible.
Yeah.
Basically, Nintendo doesn't do that. Also, another one doesn't either. But anyways, well, Nintendo sometimes does, but another one I'm including. This thing is ridiculous. This happened multiple times during quarantine. Since
GTA 5?
No, this happened multiple times during quarantine. That this came back from like 1,000 to the top 10, and it went from 19, which isn't as big, but I think you'll remember it came from like 357 at one point. Is Ring Fit Adventure.
Ring Fit, that's it.
Yep. This thing keeps coming back. Nintendo's got to be like, don't worry, just fucking leave it out there. People are gonna buy it. Yeah. Like it's so in trend, and I bet that came back in guaranteed New Year's promises resolution to get in shape. Ring Fit Adventure.
There you go.
Guaranteed. I bet every January, like, dude, we're good. Like, it's coming back. But it was like March or April of because it was during summer when we started. Like during quarantine, I remember it was like 357 or something like that, and then it was like number 4. Like it had like the crazy. It was basically GameStop, like for like a month, where they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" Anyways, 8. I'll give it to you. Is the other Call of Duty? It was Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
It is Modern Warfare?
Yeah. Which is a remake of Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, it's not Modern Warfare 2 because that came out so long ago. Is there a 3? And
no, but this is 1, but it's the remake of 1.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the one that you didn't say, which was like, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate is on here. And then the last one, which I thought you might get because we kind of talked about it last time, was NBA 2K21. So you missed a few. But yeah, you get like Mario AllStars and stuff. Super Smash.
I keep thinking they're.
But
like
we just talked about
games.
Smash Brothers and stuff like that. So I was like, I was like, all the Nintendo games we talked about are on this fucking
Smash
list.
Brothers came out like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, Ring Fit Adventure came out like 6 years ago.
Well, that's an anomaly based on what we're doing now. But like,
I know
you're not allowed to have friends over. Who's playing Mario Kart with you?
Can you play online?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Did you forget how you wanted all press conferences to be online? That was. I'm not gonna lie. That definitely popped the mic a little bit, but I'm gonna be like, that was a great response by me. That was like, yeah. That all right. Well, we've gone on a long 1 hour and a half this week.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll leave it at that.
Good fucking bye.
Goodbye. Glad you game. Follow the socials, subscribe to YouTube, please. Let's get that fucking thing so we can actually call ourselves out as this crazy alphanumeric bullshit link.
Yeah.
Love y'all. Bye. Bye. Hey.